120 TP picks, quality level 3A, AAA. That is the the third quality. Last time, if you didn't see, we checked out quad A. I'm pretty sure we got some 5A balls too, some balls that were very like there's no way they were hit before. So this was on sale again on eBay, so I figured let's check it out. It was $109 for 120 of these balls. Of course, as you hopefully know, these balls retail for $4 a ball or more. I've never bought them new, so I don't even know for sure. They are a lot more than $1 per ball, obviously. But that being said, these are definitely in worse quality than I got last time. So I don't know if we can get some good examples, but I would say probably about 50% of the balls have like pretty substantial wear on them, to the point that they feel like, yeah, they've been hit a lot or something. I don't really know what to say about it. It's like dimples are the only things that seem like they haven't been touched. Like the edges kind of feel like almost smooth. But anyway, that's probably about 50% of those balls. There's probably, I'd say, about 12 that are in like extremely good condition, but they just have like one really small thing wrong with them. Like there's one that's like legitimately felt like it's never been hit, but somebody like left it outdoors for like 6 months because it's like yellow instead of white, and it feels like it's never been hit before. But I actually counted them as well. I got 120. So we're gonna just literally add these to the bag. That's it. I took all the other balls that I've been collecting out, and we're done. I'm only gonna hit one ball from now on. Hopefully this will be a good experiment for us. Here's a good example for one. It's just got that scuff on it. Everything else is perfect. It even feels like brand new ball. It's TP. They're all TP5 as well. Check that too. I'm taking hopefully a good sample of all of them, and we'll see. I don't know. I've never hit a ball like this. You got a $4 golf ball in this condition, so we will see how it plays out today. Don't really expect it to be much different than last time, but it's an interesting consideration. I know a lot of people out there would be like, oh, I don't know, $100 for this, is it worth it? Well, I took the plunge, so you don't have to. And there's a lot of other balls. This was purchased from Lost Golf Balls Retailer or something like that on eBay. I believe that's also a website. Problem is they don't sell them in super bulk like that, so that's why I went to eBay in the first place. And it's been a ride so far. We'll see how it plays out. Hopefully after this, you'll know if you want to take the plunge yourself. For me, it seems like a good decision because I lose a lot of golf balls, so now no matter what, 120, and I still have like 7 left of the previous batch that we got in the last video. So yeah, we should have golf balls for the foreseeable future now. Cooler and windier than it was last week. It's probably a good thing for us. We were really struggling in that heat. A couple days now, it's supposed to be in the 70s only, so let's see how it goes. First strike, first impressions, nothing different. A little pulled, I guess, but not bad position. Let's see what the irons feel like. Short and to the left, but yeah, consistent. This is usually where we'd end up from there. Play it every day for the rest of my life probably, but I love these balls around the green. That landed so clean, checked up pretty well, hit it so well. I just love the way it feels off these wedges. Alright, so I actually took the ball that I believe to be in the worst condition, and I probably should have had par in the first hole with it. So no problem striking so far. The drive wasn't hit great. I assume a ball worn like this, the distance might be an issue for it. So we'll see on the next few holes, because I've been dialing in distances on these holes, so I should know exactly where I hit it. That's quite short, but we hit it really high and definitely some fade on it. So the other day I was up probably a good 20 yards, but it was through the fairway, rolled out a bit. They have the sprinkler on, but doesn't seem to be doesn't seem to be working very well. Just kind of hitting the same section of the green over and over again, but it's fine. It's working well enough, right? All right, double there. Not what we're looking for, but again, nothing to do with the ball. Hit some decent shots, just that second one really screwed us over. That was hit really well, even though it was getting super used ball. Still felt really clean off the face, like I was talking about with those newer ones. But I feel like it's extremely short. I guess we'll see when we get up there. Actually not that short. I thought it would still be like back there somewhere, but yeah, it's still pretty bad considering how well I hit it. Although to be fair, the boxes are way back today. All right, a little long, but it really stopped pretty well. Again, with other balls, I've hit that same shot and it's gone all the way to the back. So I love it. I love it off the wedges and also off the putter. Yes. Also off the putter. I'll tell you what, I friggin' love putting with these balls, man. They just give me so much confidence. Feels really good. Putting's been really good recently, so very happy to make a par there after making a double. That's huge. Tell you what, we're going back months before last time I played this hole well. Pretty much dead here. Kind of pulled it left. Guy was cutting the grass on the right side. I'm like, just don't friggin' hit him. That's a good out. It's quite good. Come on, go in. Oh, come on. Putting is looking so good, but man, we just cannot save the bogey there. Chip, I hit a little thin. It was right at the cup. I don't know if you could see it because the angle, but man, that should hit the pin. I don't know if that would have helped me actually, but just missed the pin and we were pretty far by. God, that rough was thick, man. I was gonna get my shoulder ripped out of the socket swinging through that, but a little, the layup was a little short. So we have pretty long in. That ball. Come on. Come on. I tell you, man, I'm very frustrated. I am losing balls in the rough constantly. Like, I just can't find them. It's like 10 minutes of walking and it's just nowhere to be found. I don't know if it's me or what, but I will say I bought these balls especially because, you know, they're supposed to be easier to find, a slightly higher visibility. It's not helped at all today, at least. They don't really stand out. The red marks on them doesn't actually help with visibility. So yeah, I'm literally just, I don't even, like, this is very frustrating. It's really sapping the enjoyment of the sport for me because I have to spend 10-15 minutes looking for a ball that I hit relatively perfectly. I mean, it was thin, but I should not be losing balls on 130-yard shots. Sounds good. Alright, I am like unbelievably tilted by all this, so I'm just skipping that hole. That hole is absurdly covered in dandelions as well, and I can't hit the ball, so forget it. We'll just not lose another 3 balls on that hole. Skip that hole, take a 7. It's like the max, the handicap system or whatever with where I'm at, so taking a 7 on that, unfortunately. Yeah, we'll hopefully get back to form here. On the back 9, it should be easier. Back to hitting the irons extremely well, at least. I don't know how frustrated I am. Good contact with that ball off an iron. Always feels so sweet. Another just missed for par. So another bogey. This would have been really good if we didn't have these silly issues here. And yeah, again, love hitting these balls with wedges. That ball actually checked up a lot, and it was a little wet from that lie, so maybe that's why. But if that's the case, that's probably a good thing for me because it allows me to hit a fuller shot with this 56 degree. That went off the toe big time. Not sure what happened there. Very short. Decent putt. I'll take bogey. It would have been a really good round if we didn't have that little blow up there. Okay, that was pretty much perfect. High draw over the trees, our goal. Looking to aim a little bit further up there, but kind of started a little bit closer to the center. This time though, we're gonna do something a little different. I'd been hitting hybrid here. I'm just never gonna reach the green, even if I hit that hybrid perfectly. So instead, we're gonna try to hit iron. I think it's gonna be more consistent. I've been duffing a lot of these second shots recently, like probably 50% of the times I play this hole. So we'll see if we can make better contact with an iron. I came up here walk 9 the other day, and I hit a 5 iron here, and it was actually further than I've ever been. Like I was right below the green. So I think if we just make good contact, it'll be more appropriate at least. Okay, found it pretty good. A little hooky, but yeah, this is just as good as we've ever been for our 3rd shot here. All right, pulled it and hit it way too long, so we have a couple putts probably coming up. Last time we were up here, we figured out a nice little idea where we kind of just let it run off the hill, just kind of hit it over into the actual ramp there and let that roll down. Problem with this green is it's always going to bank hard to the right if you come from this angle, kind of just the way it's slanted. So we did not get it far enough. It did exactly what I wanted to with the ridge, but yeah, it did not go anywhere far enough. Smart play, thinking, you know, using the brain here. Still cannot avoid double on this hole. It's insane. Really, I hit great shots all around. It's just an extremely difficult hole. It's a very long par 4. Driver makes it very difficult for me. So we always have trouble making anything lower than double, but I was hoping when we had that nice 3rd shot, we could have did something better. That's a good 6. A really good chance at a 5 there. Guy cutting the grass, like literally just following me. It's like watching every shot I'm taking. So I'm just, I just played too quick there, but it's actually pretty good. That was definitely not my ball. The second shot, he's like, oh, it's over here, it's over here. I'm like, yeah, that's not my ball. So I just hit that anyway, and then dropped in the middle there. But anyway, we're taking 6, that's fine. Perfect little number up there. Spun off. That's how downhill I guess it is. Put a lot of backspin on it. Just missed the birdie, a little bit by it, and then easy putt back in. So back to absolutely striping the irons, hitting them very well. Last few iron shots have all been quite good, especially off tees, and the ball is so receptive. I just love that feeling. It feels like I'm cutting into like a cake or a watermelon or something, like a little bit juicy, a little bit soft, you know what I mean? That's what it feels like. Okay, pulled it a bit, I guess. Didn't hit it exactly where I wanted it to, and it kind of jammed off the front and then bounced over further to the left. That's certainly not what I was hoping for, bogey there. Finally managed to hit one dead straight on this hole. No fade, no draw. Should be right side of the fairway. Alright, that one was right at the flag. I didn't realize the flag was so far up in the green though, actually. Hit it pretty long. I thought it was closer than it was, but yeah, it's quite long. It's all the way off the back there. So we have it all the way back down here. Ended up coming out really good, and we have our famous uphill shot here. Hopefully we could actually get it close this time. Quite good. It's a new spot for me. Never put it over there before. Usually I end up just short, but I really can't believe I just can't get consistency with that uphill shot. I guess it's meant to be difficult because this is technically the second hardest hole on the card by handicap, so I guess I shouldn't be surprised, but that was actually really good. I'm very satisfied with the result. Pretty good par there, actually. The first shot was excellent, and that chip was really nice. It was easier to get it out of there than I thought it would be, honestly. Well, we're on the other side of the road. You know what that means? Back to driver. Oh, wow, way right again. I got really lucky with this one, I feel like. Also got really lucky that I found it. But yeah, this could have been really bad. It probably did land up here and it rolled down or something, because there's no way it would have landed soft right here. So this is not a bad little chip. We'll see. Hopefully I want to actually be able to feel like so I want to actually be able to see the flag. short game has been really good, man. I'll tell you, putting too, it's been really nice. Had a good chance at par there. That would have been a huge day, because honestly, par on that hole, very rare for me. Something really strange going on here, I'll tell you. The guy just cut the tee box, like he was coming through, cutting the greens in the tee boxes. When I saw him and paid, you could tell it's fresh cut, like within the last 20 minutes, right? But look at all the dandelions still. I mean, how does that happen? I'm very confused. How is it possible that the lawnmower is going to cut the grass that short, but the dandelions just are completely not even touched? What is that? I would say I shanked it there. I don't know exactly what's going on, but having some really big trouble with that approach wedge. Well, nice little bogey train. That was a really good putt yet again. Putting has gotten, I don't know, it's weird, because some days I have no rhythm with putters, but when I do, when I have the rhythm, today is one of those days. It's really good. Like, we have a really good chance at every putt. So another bogey there, not great, but this back nine is very consistent. Hey, he's cutting the green and he left the flag down. That's quite unfortunate. Now I don't know where I'm aiming. Anyway, I would like to say something about the balls before we continue, though. It's been honestly like no different than if I hit the balls that I got last video. There's been a couple that have felt like, okay, these definitely new, a little bit harder. They feel a bit harder. But yeah, when I hit a clean shot with these, make good contact with them, they just give so much feedback. I love it. It feels so good. It's almost like rewarding. Like, it feels like I'm being rewarded for hitting a good shot. And you know, I guess a lot of people feel like that about golf, but it's very, very rewarding with these balls. And around the greens, it's insane how good it is. I used to have a lot of trouble holding greens, and I don't know if it was the ball or if it was me. I've made some adjustments in the last few months, but it's really good. Balls feel great off the face of wedges and putters, so very satisfied. We got a couple holes left. One of them is this par 3, and then we have a par 5 coming up. I actually took a moment to hit another really banged up one that had, it's almost like if it's like a range ball. It's like if it's been hit like hundreds of times. That was hit pretty much perfectly. Actually hit it on the outside of the club a little bit, and went exactly where I wanted to. Right from right here, it looks like it's a little long actually too, so it doesn't even seem like distance was an issue, but we'll see when we get up there. So I was kind of just trying to aim right for the center of the green, because I have no idea where the actual hole is. I can kind of see it now, so it's actually pretty good for birdie. This would be a nice little putt for birdie. But yeah, I was aiming kind of right here, and it went a bit long. I think it probably landed, not actually sure where it landed, but yeah, this is pretty good. Very satisfied. That was probably one of the worst balls in the batch too. Well, I don't know, it depends on how you quantify it. This ball is like, it's like kind of worn down. It looks like it needs a new paint job, let's put it that way. You know, like the raises and the dimples, the top of them is like not white anymore. So I don't know how big of a deal that is, but still feels amazing off the club face. We'll see how it feels when I sink this birdie putt. Yeah, you know, I will say this ball really doesn't react well off the putter. I'm gonna have to throw it in the garbage, because man, I can't believe I missed that birdie putt. That was so good. Now, there's nothing wrong with the ball. That was pretty good actually. I thought it was in for a moment, but didn't break like I expected it to at the last minute. Okay, back nine's going pretty well. And absolutely crushed, honestly. That was really well hit. So Hybrid's been doing some good things on some of these holes. It looks like it's just going to be on the left side up there, which is exactly where you want to be. I'm just absolutely in love with these balls, man. I don't know. I really, it's very strange. Like I don't know if I ever expected to feel this way. Pretty good to hit the exact same ball. Like not the exact same ball, but the same type of ball every shot for 18 holes. Feels good. Before this, I always just played random balls, and you know, I hated losing balls, but when you're paying like 85 cents per ball, and this is a freaking, you know, premium golf ball, granted, maybe it's a couple models old now, but I might go and buy another 120. AAA, I thought that would be a problem, but it's not flying any different. There's nothing wrong with the ball from what I could tell. You know, I don't think there is anything wrong with any ball, and some of them are so not wrong that it's hard to believe I got them for as cheap as I did. So very interesting. And just to throw this in here, best 2 shots I've ever had on this hole for sure. Usually I'd be kind of back there with a longer shot, and this is actually such a better approach too. I missed the fairway to the left a bit, but much better angle for approach. I oftentimes overdraw it a bit, and it usually kind of kicks off that hill down to the left there. So if I get the same shot shape as normal, we'll be right on the flag. Absolutely gorgeous strike. As I said, right at the flag. It didn't really draw, just kind of hit dead straight, but pretty good. Rare to see a birdie putt on this hole, man. I'm excited about this. Legitimately never actually had a putt for birdie on this hole, and I never really had a putt from the middle of the green kind of to the back quadrant of the green either. So pretty interesting, very good, happy with par. Very, very, very good back nine. I think that's the best back nine we've ever played, which is kind of crazy considering how screwed up I was mentally on the front nine. This could have been our best round if we just kept it together, but I'll tell you what, very satisfying. So what do I think about the balls? From what I can tell, they're literally no different than any TP5 I've ever hit. Granted, you know, I've not really ever hit a brand new one, but good shots still feel amazing off the club face. There's times when I hit a couple ones that I thought that should have felt pretty good. It was a little dull, some of the balls. Depends on how old they are. You know, maybe some of them were hanging out in the water too. I don't really know. But does it even matter? I mean, I lost a fair few balls today, especially like I noted in the rough where I just literally couldn't find it and couldn't be asked looking for it. I don't even care. I mean, it's 85 cents. Leave $1 on the ground. I don't care. You know what I mean? That's part of the game. Certainly would have cared if it was $4 on the ground. Very satisfied, keeping my eye open for used golf balls. I'll tell you what, there's a couple other things I was considering golf ball wise, but I'll probably hang out for now. I mean, there's a lot of golf balls. If I got another bunch of balls, probably never going to use them all. So very satisfied. We'll see. I would say, you know, if you're thinking about buying used golf balls, from what I could tell, there's nothing to fear, especially if you get it from a reputable company. I don't know if there's non-reputable ones out there, but I've tried 2 different groups now, and their balls have been absolutely excellent. Like, I got exactly what I expected. You know, I was a little disappointed with how worn down some of these were, but realistically, it didn't actually impact the strike, and it didn't play any worse, that's for sure. So yeah, I would encourage it. Save a lot of money, and maybe people don't think. I'd love to hear some detraction from this if anybody's actually played used balls and they were not satisfied, but for me, very satisfied. So make sure you check out the spreadsheet down below if you want to see the whole card. Picture of the card will be there, and that's it. So thanks for watching. We will see you in the next one.